But I feel like a lot of people thought that we knew each other our whole lives.
Yeah, that definitely was a common
like I threw your like 5th birthday or something.
Yeah,
like I don't know. Just like I'm like, no, by the way, I never met you before.
Yeah, I think, that's one of the things that I've had to like try to restrain myself from commenting to on social media, just because like it's the most common thing people say is like, oh, you used to babysit me, or we knew each other when I was real young, or whatever.
By the way, you're not that much younger than me, just so you know.
I know. Trust me, I know.
No, just kidding.
So guys, that is Larsa Pippen with Marcus Jordan. And of course, this is the premiere of their podcast, Separation Anxiety with Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan. I did not listen to the entire podcast, but I will say this, that part that you heard, I'm going to deal with that. Okay. And now she's 48. He is 32, and they addressed something to say, let's say, for example, people thought that I was like, taking care of you when you were a young kid. I knew you when you were a young kid. And he's making the case, at least in that segment, that no, it wasn't like that, explaining their situation and, yada, 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 and everything like that. Right. And let me just say this. I understand this is a ploy for them to make money. This is a ploy for them to be out in the spotlight. And I'm pretty sure this is more Larsa Pippen's idea more than it is his. And he's a dummy and being used. But I'll play along. Okay. Let's try to mitigate the fact that Larsa Pippen, I'm speaking in her terms, used to be married and had kids by Scottie Pippen, who at one point in time was the teammate of Michael Jordan. Okay. Let's not make that not strange, because let's try to mitigate the fact that it's not strange. It's not strange. There's nothing wrong with me, who used to be married to your father's best friend, like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen at one point were like really close friends. There's nothing wrong with that. That's completely moral. What's the issue with that? Now, while it's legal, it doesn't make it moral. But I want to talk about this, guys, because I seldom hear ladies take this vantage point. Like whenever something is really taboo, have you ever noticed that women will use that particular talking point? Well, it wasn't like, I was there in the same bed as that person. Yeah, I know that I'm married to my ex-husband's best friend, but that doesn't mean that I was there. The situation is this. If it was the other way around, if Scottie Pippen got married to Kim Kardashian, you would have a problem with it. But the reality is this, guys. We really know why Larsa Pippen is with Marcus Jordan. Marcus Jordan is a bum in comparison to Michael Jordan. He's a loser. He's a guy that's living off daddy's money. He probably never worked a hard day in his life. Doesn't have anything going for him except for the fact that Michael Jordan is that. The reality is this. Marcus Jordan is not really famous enough to get anybody else outside of her. And then also, Larsa Pippen won't get anybody dumb enough to do her bidding. And whenever you find an idiot, you got to go for it. This is Larsa Pippen's last chance to be somebody famous, to be somebody relevant. She don't love this guy at all. Okay? This guy, if she can get rid of him right now and make money, he'd be out of there. And sometimes guys think they're special and don't understand when they are being used, right? A lot of guys out here believe that they're special. This is one of the things I want to tell you guys. Never let women, for the most part, make you feel like that. If anybody is replaceable, now, and this is what I'm going to tell you, it may be hard to replace you, but women feel that a lot of guys are replaceable, even though you're probably really not. That's why you get the I can't do bad. I mean, I can do bad about myself. I'm an independent woman. These certain talking points that you clearly hear every single day, right? But they can get rid of you, and they'll find out later that they can't. That they really couldn't do as good as they thought they could do. But they'll find that later on up the road. Further up the road, they'll find that. They'll find it out. And that will be heartbreaking. But once they are down that role and they can't come back, well, let's use you to the best of my personal ability. How can I use you up? Well, let me make a podcast to get clout, to get money off of you because you're Marcus Jordan or Michael Jordan's son. And a lot of men are being used in a similar fashion. One of the main ways I see it is when men are dealing with somebody who's a baby mama. Baby daddy, there's some animosity towards him. She needs some sort of way to get back at you. Some kind of way. How does she do it? Getting the new guy. Now the guy could or could not be paying attention to her, but it doesn't matter when you're trying to get a new guy, right? Because the new guy is dumb. Always is, right? Now, with that being said, listen to what I'm about to tell you guys right now. Being a new guy, being an idiot is very important for a woman because they can tell you things that are very evil about the last guy. Then use that guy to make the other guy jealous. And in bed, she's screaming your name. She's acting like you're getting love bombed and you've never felt this way. And typically this works on guys, I believe, that are much younger, which he is than her. She's a fox. That's why she can't try that stuff on older guys, okay? But for a young guy, 16 years her junior, it can work. Now you've allowed her to spread her poison and you've allowed her to become a spectacle, or allowed yourself to become a spectacle. And now you're going to be used because you're stupid. Now she's going to use you to be in her midst, which is she doesn't have enough talent to get out there on her own without controversy. Let me go ahead on and use you. Do my evil bidding for me. Please, pretty please, come and make a fool out of yourself. Please, okay? Do that, please. And then once you do that, then it's okay. You'll get used up and then passed right on up and on to the next guy who's an idiot. And you think you're not being used because you feel like you're special. Don't you ever feel like you're so special you can't be used. You will get used up like condoms, bro. Trust me. Okay? These streets are for nobody. Okay? You will get used all the way up. You will get used up every time. All the time. Okay? If you're that dumb, you're gonna get used. And he's getting used. You're putting in your father in this. You're putting in other people that don't need to be in this. If you're gonna deal with her offline. But that don't make no sense. Deal with her offline, bro. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Put you to follow the news, the bell. We're out.